phenomenon called the human mind. And once there is clarity in thinking, see, you have to understand this. When any good thing happens in the world, it first happens in the human mind. When any bad thing happens in the world, it first happens in the human mind. And then it happens in reality. So if this space is organized, if this space is oriented, your life is oriented. If your life is oriented, your world is oriented. If your world is oriented, everything about you will be a joyous phenomenon. So I am going to make a humble attempt to give you some insight into this fantastic phenomenon called the human mind. Now, first and foremost, to understand the human mind, we must understand how it works. And as I said, we must make an attempt to orient our mind in the right direction. Before that, I want to take a promise from each one of you that you will be with me in the moment. In the moment means with complete focus and attention to everything that's happening in this beautiful auditorium of the Arathi Shashikiran College. What happens when you're not in the moment? I'll share a small story with you. You see, there were three brilliant professors, or let us say scientists. There were three brilliant scientists. One fine day, they had to go from point A to point B by boarding a train. All three of them were waiting at the station. And as usual, like many of us are busy doing many other things on the side, we don't have complete focus and attention on one thing at one time. So these three brilliant scientists also, who were otherwise very brilliant, they were discussing their next big project on the station. Some big rocket that was supposed to take off into space. They were discussing the project. Suddenly, the train came. The train came. Out of those three people, two of them boarded the train. One gentleman, unfortunately, got left behind. And the train left. So, this man was a little depressed. He was almost in tears. Another passenger who was waiting for another train on the same station approached this man and asked him, "Sir, what happened? Why are you looking so down and depressed? What's wrong?" He said, "I've missed my train." So he said, "So what? Another train will be here in 20 minutes. Where's the big problem? Why are you looking so down and depressed?" He said, "No, that is not the problem. My two friends have boarded the train." So he said, "So what? You can catch up with them at the next station, ask them to wait for you there and catch up with them. What's the big problem?" He said, "No, that is also not the problem. The problem is those two people who have boarded the train were supposed to see me off at the station and I was supposed to board the train. And now they are in the train and I am at the station." Brilliant scientists, absolutely brilliant in what they did, but they missed the moment.